we're the world's worst at trying to guess how important one quarter's announcement will be.
Well, but this is not one quarter, Bill. If this is bad, it's 2 in a row.
And the history of Netflix has been one quarter hasn't been very good at predicting the next. I think if you look at fundamentals, the quality of product Netflix is putting out has only gotten better, and the price they're offering it at is basically unchanged, a tremendous deal relative to HBO Now or other audio or video services. We think Netflix can continue growing its sub base at something like 20% a year, and we'll think that whether they slightly exceed or slightly fall short in this quarter. And frankly, we don't even think of it as a technology stock. I was listening to your discussion about what a bellwether this could be for the rest of the tech industry. To us, this is a media company.
Yeah, but don't you think in some respects this report could be a referendum on growth versus value?
I don't see why. First, we think of Netflix as a value stock. If you think of the value of their subscribers being similar to HBO Now subscribers, Netflix is only priced at about next year's subscriber level, and it's still growing rapidly after that. So I think it's a false comparison to say growth versus value.
Well, I mean, if it has a high valuation to it, I mean, you admit that.
They're investing heavily to grow their subscriber base. If they moved their price up to $15, growth would slow dramatically, and the stock would be at barely more than a market multiple. Investors just, in our opinion, aren't looking at this company properly if they're thinking of it as a stock that sells at 5 or 6 times the market multiple.
Mm-hmm. Have you been a buyer on the pullback? We've talked about, Netflix has been trading in bear market territory. Have you been adding to your position because of that opportunity?
We had trimmed some of our position last quarter. We'd written calls against some of it and bought back those calls. So I guess you could say we trimmed some and then added some to the position. But basically, it's in our portfolio at the weighting we think is appropriate, given how attractive it is.
I got you.
And frankly, the rest of our portfolio hasn't done all that well either.
Bill, it's Stephanie Link. I'm just curious what you think about the competitive landscape now that Comcast and Disney have gotten through their M&A. And so I know that they're behind Netflix, but I think that they're going to be more competitive. What do you think about that?
I think the scale that Netflix has today and the advantage they have in having a global product with the large number of subscribers already committed to Netflix, it just allows them to pay more for content and have that be divided across such a large denominator that it's easier for them to buy content than it is for any of the other potential competitors. So I think of them as having a huge lead that's only getting wider.